when homes felt alive, when every room told a story, every material had weight, and every corner held a memory. Back then, houses weren't built in a rush. They were crafted, shaped, and lived in slowly. A front door didn't just lead outside, it welcomed neighbors. A kitchen didn't just cook food, it held conversations. And hallways didn't sit silent. They echoed with laughter, footsteps, and the creak of old wood. Today, our homes are sleeker, faster, more convenient, but also a little quieter, a little emptier, and maybe a little less personal. Modern life has traded charm for efficiency, and in the process, many beloved features have quietly faded into history. So today on Back Then with Ben, we're taking a warm, heartfelt trip into the past as we revisit 10 old home features we'll never see again, and why they mattered. One built in ironing boards. Before laundry rooms became high-efficiency command centers, homes had built-in ironing boards tucked behind wooden doors in the kitchen or hallway. These fold-down boards made everyday chores feel simple and accessible. Mothers would chat with neighbors, radios humming softly while pressing Sunday clothes. Some boards even had tiny shelves for starch bottles or a slot for the iron to cool. As open floor plans and modern appliances took over, these clever space-saving features vanished. Today, we use portable, flimsy boards or wrinkle-free fabrics. But for many families, the soft thump of a board folding down and the smell of warm cotton meant home, routine, and comfort. 2 telephone niches. These charming little wall cutouts were once the communication hub of the home. Often located in hallways, telephone niches held the heavy rotary phone, a tiny pad of paper, and a stubby pencil tied to a string. Kids sat cross-legged on the floor, twisting the cord while whispering into the receiver. Parents timed conversations to avoid tying up the line. Every family had their spot for phone calls, making these nooks places of gossip, news, laughter, and sometimes heartbreak. As cordless phones, then smartphones arrived, telephone niches became obsolete. But the memory of leaning into that tiny carved-out space while voices echoed softly down the hallway remains a special piece of mid-century life. 3 milk doors. A milk door was a small, 2-sided hatch built into exterior kitchen walls, allowing the milkman to drop off fresh dairy without stepping inside. The interior door opened into the kitchen, letting families retrieve bottles without braving cold mornings. For many households, it symbolized trust, a neighborhood rhythm where people knew their milkman by name. By the 1970s, home refrigeration, supermarkets, and changing delivery routes made milk doors unnecessary. Today, most have been sealed or removed, but finding one still intact feels like discovering a time capsule from an era when fresh milk and friendly service arrived right at your wall. 4 pink and pastel bathrooms. From the 1940s through the 1960s, bathrooms exploded with color: seashell pink, mint green, buttercream yellow, and powder blue. These tiled sanctuaries weren't just functional. They were cheerful expressions of post-war optimism. Families took pride in matching pastel tubs, sinks, and even toilets. Magazines promoted these bathrooms as symbols of modern life and prosperity. Over time, tastes shifted toward neutral whites and grays, and colorful fixtures were torn out in favor of minimalism. Today, pastel bathrooms exist mainly in photos and retro shows. Yet many people still remember the bright splash of color that greeted them every morning, turning an ordinary room into a joyful one. 5 transom windows. Before air conditioning became standard, homes relied on transom windows, small panels above doors, to circulate air and cool rooms naturally. These clever openings allowed breezes to move through hallways and bedrooms, keeping homes comfortable during warmer months. Kids loved pushing long poles to prop them open, and parents appreciated the natural airflow. As HVAC systems replaced passive ventilation and privacy became a priority, transoms disappeared from home construction. Today, they're mostly found in historic homes or restored buildings. Their soft light, charming shadows, and quiet practicality remind us of a time when architecture worked with nature, not against it. 6 decorative radiator covers. Radiators used to be central fixtures in American homes, clanking to life on cold mornings and filling rooms with gentle heat. To soften their industrial look, Families installed decorative wooden covers featuring cutout patterns and built-in shelving. Kids dried mittens on them, cats napped on the warm surface, and parents placed framed photos on top. These covers brought charm to otherwise utilitarian systems. But when forced air heating replaced radiators, both the sound and the warmth of these cozy corners disappeared. Today, people miss the quiet hissing heat and the ritual of touching a warm radiator on winter days. 7 built-in bookcases and window seats. Mid-century homes often included built-in shelving and window seats, features that encouraged reading, relaxation, and family time. These nooks held everything from encyclopedias and Hardy Boys novels to photo albums and board games. Window seats offered a perfect spot to daydream, watch rainstorms, or read comic books on lazy afternoons. As mass-produced furniture and open layouts became popular, these custom carpentry features vanished. Today, window seats evoke instant nostalgia, a symbol of slow afternoons, soft sunlight, and the comforting creak of wood beneath you. Built-ins weren't just storage. They were personality, craftsmanship, and warmth woven into the home. 8 glass doorknobs and skeleton keys. Before modern metal handles took over, sparkling glass doorknobs were a staple in many American homes. These jewel-like knobs reflected light beautifully and felt satisfying to turn. Each room often had its own skeleton key, giving the home a sense of mystery and charm. Kids loved playing detective, unlocking old cabinets or secret rooms, but as locks modernized and costs dropped, glass knobs were replaced with uniform metal styles. Today, they're considered vintage treasures, reminders of the craftsmanship and whimsical details that once made even the simplest doorway feel magical. 9 laundry chutes. Before families owned multiple laundry baskets or hampers, laundry chutes were the efficient solution, often hidden in hallways or bathrooms. These small metal or wooden doors opened to send dirty clothes straight into the basement laundry room. Kids loved dropping socks down the chute and listening for the soft landing below. Parents relied on them to keep bedrooms tidy and chores streamlined. As home layouts changed and safety concerns grew, chutes became uncommon. But people still smile remembering the fun and convenience of tossing clothes down a tiny door that made laundry day feel like a game. 10 wood-paneled family rooms. For decades, wood paneling defined family rooms across America. The warm brown tones, natural textures, and sturdy feel created a cozy environment perfect for movie nights, vinyl listening sessions, and holiday gatherings. Families decorated paneling with framed photos, puzzle shelves, and mounted posters. Though some panels were low-cost materials, others were handcrafted hardwood and beautifully finished. As lighter, brighter interior styles took over, paneling was painted over or removed entirely. Today, stepping into an old paneled room instantly evokes memories of shag carpets, floor lamps with yellow bulbs, and the soft static of a console TV. These rooms felt lived in, comforting, and distinctly home. Looking back, it's clear that progress has brought convenience, cleaner design, and easier living. But it also swept away many of the small touches that gave homes personality, warmth, and story. Built-in boards, pastel tiles, radiator covers, and window seats weren't just features, they were pieces of daily life, shaping how families interacted, relaxed, and grew together. Modern homes may be quieter and more efficient, but they often miss the gentle creak of old floors or the charm of handcrafted details. Maybe your childhood home had one of these features. Maybe you miss the feel of a glass doorknob or the sound of a radiator waking up. Share your memories in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories. And if you enjoy these slow, nostalgic trips through the past, please consider subscribing to my small channel, Back Then with Ben. It truly helps keep this little community growing.